We're gonna go here, we're gonna go here, we're gonna combo, okay? And since we got this guy to track, we're gonna go ahead and track the mic with that. And we're gonna try to catch that guy coming over the top. We're gonna try to beat that guy in there. We're gonna run right up in there. We're getting out and around on that. I'm telling you, they have a heck of a time trying to stop that play. And if they stop it, you'll be able to run the trap against a 3-3, which a lot of people say you can't do it. So.
Not me.
So is the center make? So do you do like an odd or an even call? That's
We combo every zero.
Oh, every zero combo.
Every zero. It doesn't matter if we're running trap or trap option or combo. That's the good thing about it, is they know that that's happening.
Gotcha.
It's not a full-blown double team. He's checking
Now,
it.
the only time we wouldn't combo would be a bear where we have a 3-0-3 or
Okay.
double eagle. Okay.
Okay.
Then our guard has to base block the 3 because there's nobody to block him.
Right.
Okay. But on this or a 50 defense, we're comboing it. Okay.
So that's the difference, I guess, in the trap than like we ran. If we had a 2 3s and a 0, we would let the guard double and trap the 3 to the play.
On the trap or the trap option?
With the no, I'm just saying that's a difference between the trap we ran this
Well,
year.
we're running
versus
trap
this
option
trap.
here if you're gonna base 4.
I'm sorry?
This is still base, a trap option,
Yeah,
is it
it's
not?
still trap option.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you can run it if they get. Another thing is, you know, we said that sometimes a veer front, which is having both gaps covered. Okay, we have a 40 technique. In here, you can have 1 or 2 linebackers. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Well, anytime we get a 40, that's just basically conceding that block. That's the easiest block in the world. Okay. We're gonna block back here, track that mic. Okay. Option this guy, and use the rest of our people to block. It's pretty easy once you see how it works. You know that the backside tackle's always filling, the guard's always tracking the linebacker. The center's going to block the guy on him, or he's going to block back. Okay. The guard is going to either block base or combo. Okay. And the tackle's got a base hook. The rest of it is how you going to block the perimeter. Who's going to take who?
So, real quick modification. I guess at least you can still call it a 5-3, but a lot of times you get we see at the middle school level you see a 5 with only 2 linebackers. So we get a lot of 5-2.
Okay.
So what would you who would you track, or what would you do in that?
Okay, when you're running against a 5-2 with combo in the nose. Okay, here. Okay, we're filling for our guard. Our backside guard's tracking this no mic right here. Okay. We're base hooking this, or if he's a 5 technique, we'll base hook him. If he's out there and he won't let us hook him, we're not running that play. We're going to run triple option.
Okay.
Okay, because if that guy's not willing to come down, we're going to run the dive all day long on them until they stop it. Okay, that's the other thing, is it's complementary to it in that regards. Okay, so and then if you have another guy out here, I don't know who you got out there, but and like I said, they got to balance up their front. We don't have to go in motion, so you can decide how you want to block this. You can do it either way. You can stalk them, or you can do that. Okay. Here. Okay. Like that. Okay. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Just tell me when you want me to erase it. I don't want to
You're
cut
good.
it off before you get it all drawn up.
You got it, Chad?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so if there's a specific defense you wanna see, I can draw that up, or I can move to trap, whatever you wanna do.
Just go ahead and go to trap.
Okay, so we wanna think in terms of trap to the shade, and this won't make total sense, but I think this helped me. Trap to the eagle. So we kinda have two different blocking schemes. First thing is, in all of this, I wanna go back to the point of, it's vital that our fullback is our hand is 6 feet from the back heel of the quarterback. That times up our triple option, our trap option, everything. So that's big. So what front do you want to see first? You care?
Here, got a preference on Just throw a bunch of them up there. I'll just.
Okay.
Well, you got
I
a
mean-
shade and an eagle, so let's just do, let's do it, shade Mike.
Okay.
Shade Mike.
All right. So we put a mic here.
Or you guys want to see shade no Mike, which is two inside linebackers. You wanna see-
Let's do no mic first, because I want to show you a little adjustment.
All right, shade no Mike.
Make later. Okay, shade no mic is like this. Okay. We're looking right because we're running 40. Okay. And you know, I don't know where these guys are, but they got to be somewhere, something like that. Does everybody agree?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we're blocking shade, we're going to block here, and this is a difficult cut. Okay. Come right there like that. Okay. We're going to release inside. We want to take a big split and release inside. And we're going to get the inside pack of that linebacker right there. Okay. We're going to trap the first guy 2 or wider. That's our rule. Okay. Trapping the first guy 2 or wider. Okay. We're going to PC a 2 or a 3. And our center's going to block back on that guy's inside pack. And we're going to tell our fullback, this is difficult, but we're going to try to tell him to split the linebackers right there. Now you could possibly change that if you're having trouble making that cut. But that's what we're going to tell him.
Tackles got the inside. Oh.
That's what I would do right there. But if you're having trouble making that cut, you can block the outside pack and split these 2 linebackers. But
Well, if you're,
we're always trying to get our fullback to take the shortest course to the goal line.
so you're just saying that's a difficult cut because because the split's close enough that your guard doesn't necessarily wipe the one down far
Yeah.
enough.
Well, we
by the time
would
the
hope
play
that
hits.
that'd be an easy block and he can wash
Well,
him down.
Yeah.
And also with the mentality that we're setting it up with the trap option first.
Right.
We're hoping that this guy
Flows. Yeah.
starts, that he does one of these numbers here,
Right.
which that opens that space up a lot more than it looks like on the board.
Right.
Okay. So that's where we're at right
But
there.
the cut is less difficult if your guard wipes him down well enough.
Definitely.
So.
And you know, maybe somebody that's run a down blocking scheme would have some better coaching points than I'm going to give you. But we want to step inside with foot with our guard, and we want to get a heart and a hip. And stand up here for a second. Okay. We don't want him to penetrate. Okay, but we don't want him coming over the top either. So we want to step here. So you're down in there somewhere. We want to step here like this, but I want to get my hand right in here, and then I want to buckle his hip right here. okay? I wanna buckle his hip right here, so I'm here and here all at the same time.
Now, which one is that?
This is the pulling guard. I'm sorry, the down block here,
Down block.
Okay.
okay? So anytime we down block, you were asking me about down blocks
Yeah.
last week. So we're stepping with our near foot, okay? So that's part of it, but really the big part of this play is what the center and pulling guard do. I talked about this briefly, but we're always going to step with our backside foot from the center. So he's going to step here on 40. Okay, doesn't matter if he's combo blocking or he's blocking back on the linebacker. Okay, he's going to step here, and the guard has to replace his step. So he's stepping right there. We don't want to step flat here. We want to step right there. We want to get on this track. We call it running the rail. This is our rail right here. We don't want to get off of that rail. Okay? We're not trying to bow it around. And what they'll say, well, the center didn't get out of my way. Well, if he doesn't get out of your way, knock him down. Knock the center down, because he'll get out of your way if you start hitting him. Okay? And then we're telling our fullback, you're running as fast as you can go right through there. And there's literally about this much space between the guard pulling and that center blocking back. And if he sticks his nose right in there and he's going full speed, it'll open up perfect timing right about that same time. Okay? So that footwork right there is essential. Okay? Then the quarterback and this slot back, they got to burst out of the mesh. They have to burst out of the mesh. They got to come out of the mesh and draw people's eyes to them.
So, in your experience with the close of a split, with a 6 foot split, that guard is able to clear through that before the.
A 6 foot split.
Well, right. You're saying the tailback is 6 foot from the quarterback, or right?
6 foot, yeah.
Or fullback. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're saying that guard is, in your experience, at least at the high school level, your guards are able to clear that by the time the fullback gets
It
there?
better be, or I tell the fullback to run his ass over.
They learn.
Okay? So, I mean, so
I'm just wondering, do you think that would happen at middle school?
that might, I think everything's relative, but it might determine who you place at certain positions.
Right.
If that's an important play in your repertoire, which I just think it's a tough play to defend if it's run right. Okay. It can also look very sloppy if it's not run right and get jammed up and be no good. But if you work it, what I did is, you know, when I first started putting it in was, it was sloppy and we couldn't get it to work, and I was just getting so frustrated because I like watching the trap. So I just got a step ladder and I got a camera. Nowadays you can just use an iPad and get at the top of that. And I put the guys down there with shields, and I made them go over and over and over and over and over again. And I filmed it as many times as I could. And then we went in and watched it. Well, did the center step with his backside foot? Did the guard replace the foot? Did you run your rail? Was the fullback going, full speed? Did the guard step down with his near foot and get a heart and a hip? Was the quarterback and fullback, bursting out of the mesh? Was everybody doing their job? And the more you do that, the more the timing's there. And once they get in that groove and they understand exactly, that fullback knows exactly where he's putting his nose and all that, the play's going to be a lot better play. So I would utilize tape all you can. And do you guys have huddle here?
Yeah.
So I mean, you can invite your kids to watch that at a later time. You just download it to your huddle practice.
We can drone that too. That'd be perfect for
Right,
that.
the perfect drone thing would be great. Now, when we block the trap against that front, the distinction that we make, and the way I like to do it, is I want to trap the one.
Okay.
I want to trap the one. I want to block the center back on the nose, and I want to take the guard and really and go up on the. Let me think this through. Okay, technically what happens is that right guard drop steps on the 5. He drop steps to the 5. The tackle comes down on the nose, or the backer centers
So
on
you're
the backer.
influence
So
block.
we're right. So what we're going to do is we're just going to run that rail tighter up in there and trap that nose, because we don't think that very many teams really trap the 1.
You can do
The
that.
ones aren't used to being trapped. Now, if we do that, you see it in your head. If we blocked it that way, would it get jammed up? See, I think that cut's doable. I understand that, but it's just, why wouldn't you go? Why
Well,
wouldn't you trap that one?
Let me show you how we block the trap of the eagle, because if you want to do it that way, you might have one rule for both fronts.
Okay.
Okay? So honestly, I don't think what you're saying is a bad thing at all. I really don't.
Is shade a 4-4?
Well, the way he's got it there, shade no Mike is, yeah, it's a 4-4 defense.
Okay, and eagle's a.
Well, eagle is simply the 3 technique on a guard. The
I gotcha. Okay.
Shade is the 1 technique inside shoulder of the guard.
Okay. So, all right, I got you.
See,
So-
Bob, I'm learning.
Yeah, I got you. So I think that's good. If I didn't think that was good, I would tell you. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna influence this guy here. He's going right here like this. You're trapping here, and he's,
That centers on the backside, Mike.
okay, so he's going to this guy.
And,
Okay.
right, and we're just gonna block that guy, so we're in base
Okay.
block that guy.
So, yeah, so you're going right up the pipe.
Right.
I don't see a problem with that. Okay? Everybody can still do their same rules, okay? It's a shorter path. It's a clearer course for the fullback. So, yeah, there's no problem with that at all. Okay?
Well, what you've done too, what I like what you've said is I like to run the trap that way, but what I really like that you said is the hard block on that, say tackle on that inside backer. Well, you run trap option 3 times and a guy starts to fly out of there, it makes that block a lot easier.
Yeah.
Makes that block a lot easier.
Yeah, and that's what I like about the combination of the 2 plays. Okay, so having said that, okay, that's trap to the shade, which basically you're just taking the rules for trap to the eagle. And like I said, there is no right or wrong, whatever you can get to work for you. So if we reverse this, okay, it'd be like this, and this is what we're gonna do, okay? We're gonna influence here, okay? We're going here, okay? We're going here, and we're going here, okay? So it's the same thing you just did, and we're going right up the pipe, okay? Same rule, right? So your rule would be trap the first guy 1 or wider. Okay, and if you had an R in there, if he was on the shoulder, that might be a little tight. So you could either try to trap him and see if that works, or you could say, okay, we're gonna combo anybody that's on the center. So L0R, we're gonna combo it. It's just whatever you wanna do with that. Okay? So that streamlines it.
How hard is it for that left tackle to get that block?
To get that block,
Yeah.
it's not easy. Because, if you went, I mean, I don't think it's easy, but I have an adjustment that you might try to that. But I wanted to show it in a mic defense. Okay, so can I show you that?
Yeah, I just so that you understand where my head's at. The way
know
we would
exactly
block
what
that right now
Okay.
is we would block the center back on the 1 and the right guard on the backside in and the tackle on the front side in, and we would trap the 3 technique and we would ignore the 5
Okay,
because
but
he ain't
what
gonna make
happens
that
is,
play.
if you get against a good team, you're doing that, right?
Right,
Against a good team, this guy should squeeze and never let that happen. And so, if you squeeze really hard, you're not gonna get that trap.
yep.
So that influence block is to set up that trap block, okay? So,
Yeah, this is, I
It's
just
6
need,
of one, half
no,
dozen
it's
of
good,
another.
I need to look at it this way.
okay? Okay, so if we went Eagle Mike, we just went Eagle no Mike, okay? We went Eagle Mike. This is an automatic change for us. Automatic adjustment. We're gonna make a B call, okay? B call to us is just base for the guard. So we're gonna get a big split here. Okay, our normal split's 3 foot for the guard. We might tell them, cheat that out a little bit. We know that they're getting in there like that, okay? So we're gonna base him, but we're gonna take his inside pec, okay? We're gonna block back here, and this guy's pulling around on B, and he's blocking right here like that,
Yeah,
okay?
that's good.
And then we're gonna try to go through that 5 technique to that backer there. Okay, and what happens is, if we blocked our normal rule, we would trap the 3 technique, and we would influence that, so we would come here, we try to go there, but you can, if the linebacker gets nosy at all, you're not gonna get there. So we've never not gotten there on this call. But worst case scenario, if this guy fills really hard, we're just gonna trap him.
Right,
And it ends up being your trapping the 1 technique.
yeah, it's beautiful. So does the tackle go up on the, he slips and goes up on the backside B?
He's just, we're not gonna, if there's a guy on a 1 technique, we're just gonna send him through this area here. We're not gonna try to peel him back around. That guy, if he doesn't get there, he's not making the play anyway. So we're just gonna keep moving to the next level, 2nd level, 3rd level, party in the end zone. Okay?
Love it. I
So-
love this adjustment. Love
So
this.
why
love
is this, so what signifies the B call again? I'm sorry, I missed that part.
It's Eagle Mike.
Eagle Mike.
Eagle Mike, okay?
Gotcha.
So if we get Eagle Mike,
Which eagle is the same front as the shade, it's just now you have a mic in there?
No,
No.
you're in a 2 or 3.
the
On the
center's
front side guard.
uncovered.
Oh, gotcha.
Center's uncovered and you got a 2 technique, okay? This could be Eagle Mike, whatever you're seeing to the right, okay, on this play. So, our rule would, if we had this, our rule would be to go back here, then he would go here. And then we're gonna go here and here, okay? Like that. The fullback knows he's got to cut off of that block, and we're still doing this right here. So we're trying to draw some people over there. Okay. So I mean, with a little bit of work and a lot of film, they can make this play tear people apart. So.
No, this is, I really like that block out, step around up on the Mike backer part. Yeah,
Now, we've changed things from year to year. I've been running trap effectively since like 1994. We probably ran it better that year than any year because we had some real aggressive backs and some quick guards. But we've done different things. We've trapped a 1 technique before, but just recently with the trap option and everything, You know, those have been our rules and what we've gone with. And so, you know, if you have a different front you wanna see, just remember we're comboing zero techniques. Oh, I know, I'm gonna put recon back up there, cause I showed you last week.
Yeah, that
We
was
trap,
cool.
we trap the outside back on that, so. We're listening to the call, let's just put it that way. If we hear a 4 or wider, like a 4 or a 5, then we're gonna trap, we call this guy the jet. We're gonna trap the jet, okay? So we're doing our same steps, but we're going right here like this. We're comboing back here, we're going right here, and we're going right through there like that, okay? This guy cannot, there's no way he's getting down there. It's not that way. Okay, now if he gets in a 40, okay, then we're gonna trap him. So he's gotta go 40, and he hears the 40 call, he knows he's gonna trap him, and we'll get that guy with this guy. Okay? So, that's the beauty of having a communication system where guys can actually, you know, they don't have to say, hey, the guy's on my inside shoulder, you can't say that.
So if the guy's in a 4 or a 5, in the slot
leaving-
back,
we're
is
not gonna
the
block.
slot back gonna go up to the free safety or something?
Yeah, we can even double team that jet. Keep it simple, you know, let's blast them. So we don't wanna run past anybody that's a threat. And, you know, if the safety's tackling the guy, you know, we can make that adjustment, say, hey, we're handling the jet all right by ourselves. We can go off and get the safety if you want, but I'd rather do it and have too many guys on the jet and not enough on the safety if we have to. Because if the safety gets nosy, we can throw a play action passing. And we actually throw play action a little bit off of our trap. I just call P40 pop. Okay, could be to this guy right here, okay? Those guys are getting nosy.
Why don't you draw that up?
It's really good down on the goal line.
Including how you block it.
Well, we don't really block it.
Hey, well, this one's
Hey,
one
should
for
we-
us.
That's right.
This is one for us.
So down on the goal line, you're usually not getting safeties in the middle, okay? And that's the other thing, this is a nice formation down on the goal line because most people are playing some type of man-to-man, so they might put people out here like this, man in the mob. You might put everybody in the gaps, okay? And then, you know, I don't know where everybody is. How many people is that? Around 100?
That's about right.
Okay. Okay, so P40 pop, okay, we would just pretend like we're blocking 40. He's going through here like this, and we'll go right here. We'll protect our inside gaps, and the quarterback will just he'll whirly bird out here, and then just come up. We'll dump it right to that guy right there, back of the end zone. That's the best place for it.
I know. Speaks will want. He'll be busting me for this one all night long. I'm,
Is he
take-
doing
Not always
the,
that.
slot
I'm
back
taking off my headgear.
hesitation?
Nah,
No.
no, I would just,
You already did.
No,
I would
I
just let him, you know, get a chicken wing at 6 or something as he goes by and make him look like he's trying to block him. But you want him looking quick because down there's a pretty good sense of urgency with defensive linemen right in your face and stuff. And that one might be even better, opening up opposite like you want to do, because you can go here, so you got a kind of a counter option, and you're coming back here like that. Okay, we just call it P40. We're just trying to block. Well, actually, I did it wrong. We're going to actually pull the guard too. Just let him go. Okay? So, yeah, if you've had any luck running a trap, then they're gonna see that. That linebacker's gonna step up. Okay? This guy might be able to get on him, but he's got inside leverage. And you can use other formations for that. We like to do it with a tight end. So, you can really
You can bring
make
that
up.
backside, you can get slot in motion and kind of freeze player.
Yeah, I mean, you can do all kinds of.
Bring him in motion
You
and
can
have
do
to
all,
freeze that line.
we
freeze
talk
that
about
linebacker, yeah.
tagging plays. Okay, you can run both of these guys out of there and throw it to this guy.
Yeah.
You know, if they're playing man to man.
Mhm.
So you could say P40 pop, flare, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. You can get a little creative on that. You don't want to spend a whole bunch of time on that, but when teams want to play you man to man, they'll have a difficult time covering some of those guys and still taking care of the run play. So, I mean, that's kind of it. If you want to see a different front or anything, I do have my computer here, but I don't know.
We can get you on the thing here. I'm sure Mike can.
What do you want to show? Huddle?
Well,
Or you can,
you know what I have? Will these computers hook up to that thing?
Yeah, that computer's already hooked up. So what are you trying
Which
to do?
computer is it?
That machine right there.
Okay, because I have plays on my Dropbox.
Yeah, I can, either way. You can log
Now,
in.
they're not, I mean, some of them aren't the greatest. I mean, older cameras and stuff like that.